gotta set that down a minute. Here. Hold your arms out. Ah. Lovely. It's even more fun with a shot vac if you go the other way. But you gotta duct tape it around your face.
Trying to find it.
What are you doing?
Making the most of the situation. Steam coming out of the suit.
Hi there guys, welcome to today's Captain's Vlog. It's 13:36 hours on October 28th, 2015. Batman's here, and he loves you all. And Jerry's in his bunny suit.
Smoking.
Is this another kin thing, or what? Do you need a tail? We can hook this up.
This is actually, it's like warm. It's like
Well, of
really
course it's
nice.
warm. You're wrapped in Tyvek. They use this as a moisture and weather barrier on houses.
This side.
It's the shoes that really sell it.
Like an elf. The clean room elf.
I'll show you something really fun with that when you're done.
Puppies don't
So what are we
come
doing?
Ah, shit.
out. Our waist toner is full.
This is our waste toner cartridge?
Yes.
Why are we wasting toner? You should put that back in the toner bins
Yes,
and
so bring in
recycle
the
it.
colors, Jerry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. Look at that. It's got like...
Oh, look, there's sedimentary layers. It's okay. I know how to do this. You know what you need?
What?
A color separator.
That might be worse than a pilot light.
But it's true. It's exactly what you need, a color separator. And it would separate it exactly into cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, which is what you started with in the first place. And why the hell doesn't it exist? I got to learn how to use a color separator like in high school. Hi, Boars. And it was bigger than this machine. It was like, it looked like the size of a refrigerator laid on its back.
She has access to something that makes your day completely shit if it gets on you, and you're pulling that stuff in front of her right now.
No, I'm just letting that go because
So,
dark places of the internet. Just dark places of the internet. Family friendly video.
alright, so you need to bring this outside and make it as empty as you can. You're not going to make it completely empty.
So this is going into the dumpster or something, or what?
You find the hole.
Preferably in
Hole is
black.
here. That is the hole.
It can go in the dumpster.
It looks like an input.
I say don't like shake it against the building or else we'll have magical colors.
And
You
it'll-
don't want magical colors?
What you do is you take this down to the CNC shop and just stick an air hose in it and just blow it out really good and it'll be fine.
It's right next to his car.
Yeah.
Oh, next to the Lotus, that'd be great.
Free paint job.
They're takeout. No, that's spring loaded and stuff.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's this thing, maybe.
Do they want you to just buy a new one of these every time? Or
Yeah.
what?
You can empty them.
But it's not recommended?
You can
They'd
replace
rather you
them.
pay $60 and buy a new one?
It's more than that.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest gun I've ever seen.
Alright. Don't break it because I can see there's a spring in there which tells me something pushes in here and it's spring loaded.
If you break it,
No,
we can't
gonna-
print
That may be an agitator to shake it down and even it out. Is what this is. It's probably not a cover. Here, watch out. Let me see.
Yeah,
Not
just
a
open
not
it,
a good idea.
open it inside.
It's not. I'm not opening it. This goes to a thing. Here, hold
Whoa.
it. Hold it level. Watch. See how stuff is moving? Yeah, this is a little agitator to even it out so it fills uniformly. This is probably the input. So don't break that.
Let me see if I can find one. Girls, stay here.
Dog's coming to help.
Becky, Elisa's.
You're Batman.
Toner tastes like candy.
Biggie,
That's what makes black dogs black.
You didn't get me any gloves.
I was told to give you a bunny suit.
Terrible. Not using the magical These are getting turned away right after we do this.
So why not use a pair of nitro gloves?
Those are all missing.
No, they're not. Hang on. Grab a pair. Batman. Step into my office and grab a pair of nitro gloves out of the box. You've got them in here? Alright.
Where are you hiding them?
I keep a box in my office for the rectal exams, body cavity searches. That was Moose asking for you on the radio.
Someone respond to her, because
What?
The black part should just turn out.
Okay. It does not. Push your finger in there.
Supposed to.
not until I get gloves on. That sponge is obviously soaked in crap. It's a
I just use the gray gloves, are fine. Huh?
The video I found, it looks like you just pulled it out.
Well, you can come here and instruct Jerry on that, step by step. He would like that.
Where are you?
Stepping out the back door to the MDH right now. If you're going to open the door, he wants to do it in the rain. So, cool. But I have the camera and I don't want to stand in the rain with the camera.
Pull out. If you're gentle.
I saw him working out pretty hard and didn't look like it.
Yep.
That looks like what YouTube said.
Cool.
Don't lose that part.
And don't set that part in the water. Set it in here where it's dry. Yes, shake it as much as possible so that you get maximum air disbursement.
It's like a bad old diesel.
I think you're good there. It doesn't have to be immaculate. It's okay. And now you've disconnected the internal spring. Is that still connected to its little thing?
No, yeah, it is.
It is?
Sure wobbles around.
That, yeah, it should. All right. All right, put the plug back in it.
And then take a paper towel and wipe off the outside piece.
Make sure this locks into the little tab like it's supposed to, and that it's seated all the way down. There you go. Okay. Cool. And now put it back in the machine. Thank you, sir. Crisco, when you comment, you're doing it in such a way where I can't easily reply to you. Comment on YouTube in the normal way, like a normal person, and I'll actually respond to your comments. Somebody else commented in saying that our dogs are horribly abused because we keep them on a leash. So, for you, dogs off the leash, hanging out, dogs off the leash, hanging out, and they've been good. They've spent about 80% of their time today in the office instead of wandering around being bad. However, they did spend 20% of their time wandering around being bad and have pooped. So, I'm going to look up the person. In fact, Moose will do it. She'll look up the person who said we need to let the dogs off their leash, and you get to come clean up the poop, which could be hidden anywhere in the lab.
I thought that was Crisco.
I don't know. It might be Crisco. He's kind of an annoying pump, but yeah. So, that's up.
Somebody else asked why we didn't put dogs like inside a gate in here.
Yeah, that's going to happen. Look at how tortured and abused that dog is.
This one
Look at that
jumps
sad
gates.
dog. But yeah, this one jumps
This
gates
one
and
jumps
does not
fences.
care. Bad dog.
She's a bad
Also, somebody asked about a tour of the display cabinet here. So this is a display cabinet. Now, I don't know everything in here, but I can give you a tour of some of the things in the display cabinet. Most of these are screw-ups. We need a way. This display cabinet sucks really bad, and it's nowhere near sturdy enough for the things that we have to put in it. So if somebody out there wants to help, let me know, because we need a better cabinet. This is blue. I'll just go shelf by shelf. This is blue. It is one of the first professional cameras we ever got. It's a JVC HM100U. We had two of them. They were blue and red. We identify our cameras by color, so they get tape on the end. This one got wonky. The door got really bad, and it started to basically, it developed epilepsy where it would just start having seizures. So we took it out of service. Once in a great while we'll use it for something, but it's really rare. Usually it just lives up here in the display cabinet. This is the exit sign from the high voltage lab in the fire. This is a funky lamp tube won't trigger in normal day. Oh, in normal day mode. So this is just a display. This isn't actually something we screwed up and probably doesn't really belong in here. It's just cool. This is the first quarter in packaging, the official first one. The actual first quarter we crushed, I gave away to a kid who was hanging out that day. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't really belong here. This is a blowtorch, which does not actually belong in a display cabinet. It has nothing to do with Geek Group history. It's just cool. And then in here, that's a tooth. I don't know whose tooth or why. That's a tooth. Hey, Moose! What's the story on this tooth?
That was one of yours.
I don't think so. What's the story on this tooth? It ain't one of mine. Mine going their own thing. Whose tooth is that, and where did it come from?
I don't know.
Huh, okay. Well, there's a tooth in there. And then this was a screw-up. That was a bad day on the lathe.
This is my most recent contribution.
Yeah, this is epoxy fail.
It's what happens when you accidentally double the amount of hardener.
This was a thing made by a kid that was terrifying, and I made him cut it apart and put it in display case. This is a worn-out cap from Thumper. A stamp. This is interesting reaction with a hole saw, I think, was how we did that. It's way too heavy to be on that shelf. Pair of dikes. This is you can see I can see daylight through the middle there. That's bad. That's what happens when people try to cut nails or cotter keys. I've seen them ruined a lot with cotter keys. Thing off the fire truck. Some screw-ups with the glassware. A screwed up set of train wheels. That was a project I was in on. This was a failure in the high voltage lab. Can you identify this component? This is our original camera from the very first videos, like way back in the day. This is where it all started. This actually shoots on tape, and I had to do captures, like to get footage from the camera into the computer happened at 1-to-1 time. So it sucked really bad. If you shot 4 hours of video, you'd spend 4 hours getting it into the computer. Lots of broken bits. That's a recurring theme. Dead fan from Project Jeff. Flashlights from the Thumper video on the mag lights. An oh shit moment with the mill. This is from the fire. This is part of the exit sign. It actually is the core of that exit sign. Lots of little screw-ups. This is from the big explosion in the tunnels at the 2nd Street Labs. This is things in the high voltage lab. It takes a lot to do that. Some of these are from Stomper. Fire damage. That's the original diode rack from Thumper. These are the fuses from the high voltage lab when we had the fire. Saw stop. And that's the core of, or that's the impeller of this fan. This needs to be cleaned out. This is the first thing we ever CNC'd, ever. Back before Haas. And it's actually Omni's name. It was the first thing we ever CNC'd. And yeah, there's a bad MMC cap. And Geek 3 LED project. Lots of stuff. This is from the truck, from the big truck, when Enos drove it under the bridge. This is the saw blade that ate, oh God, what the hell's his name? What's the name of the guy we tried to kill with an angle grinder? Marcus, yes, brain fry. So that's Marcus's arm. Here's somebody hit the vise. Had the auricular therapy magnets, which we filled the warehouse with once. Just lots of cool stuff. Lots and lots of cool stuff. We need a new display cabinet though. I should make that a priority. If anybody wants to help out with that, let me know. I need a display cabinet where we can put like 30 pounds on a shelf. I would like to not have glass shelves. So that's a cabinet. And then there's an old press article. That's me. That's me in like, what, 2000. That's me 15 years ago. Yeah. So, there you go. There's your tour of the display cabinet. Hey, Moose. Come here a minute. Is that the best idea or what? We need enough of these to make like a whole circle.
That's amazing.
We need enough for a circle.
I need a dinosaur so bad right now.
We need like a dozen more of these, and we could just do it in a loop. Okay. You screwed it up! Do it with just a dinosaur. That doesn't work so well. I need like a hippo that'll just sit here and roll. Oh, that was a dumb idea. Oh, no, it's empty. See, if it'll do that, we could mount these more rigidly, and we could put like 2, 4, 6 more, and then 8, 10, and 12. We could fit 12 more of these if we did it just right and balanced them just so. We could fit a dozen more with just 4 rollers. We could do this. There could be science here. Why aren't we doing this? I wonder if we can buy just the empty bins. Alright. You're not so ninja.
I wasn't trying to be ninja.
I shaved today.
Just trying to annoy
I'm very
you.
happy about
Did it
that.
work?
Well, I didn't carve my face open. This one here goes all the way through. Like you can feel it on the inside.
I don't think you're supposed to do that.
Well, I wanted to be one of the cool kids and get my lip pierced. And I did it hardcore. I did my lip piercing by Pitbull. Yeah. So, this particular moment was brought to you by Crisco. Sponsored entirely from his support. of letting the dogs off the leash. Just let you know.
Yes.
Survey says?
I'm not sure. It might be a little dog.
Might be, I think
I think it's little dog.
I think that's Mackie.
That's a little dog.
Dog poop. Just for you, Crisco. There you go. Smells like Ed's room. God. Wow. Get you here, and get you right here. Yeah. Did you poop? Did you poop? Did you poop? You pooped. You're a bad dog. You pooped. Go. You'd have to analyze it. I don't know. Give it a taste. See what you think. But I'm thinking little dog. Looks little dog.
Maggie's poop is frequently interchangeable with the cat.
You'd have to tell. Oh, I don't spend that much quality time looking up the dog's butt, but.
She's looking at me like, it was good poop, man. Maybe that's why you looked guilty.
You pooped. It was you. You did it.
Miss Maggie's sick.
Bad dog.
Such a good girl.
She
You are
pooped.
the girl.
Dog pooped.
Let me get that.
It's entirely Crisco's fault.
All right, Batman.
We should mail that off to Crisco. We've got his address.